Hello children, hope you all are fit and fine. Let's start chapter 2 in chemistry, physical and chemical changes. This chapter already you have done in your previous assignment. Now in this video we will discuss the exercises given on page number 15. Right, now your first question is your state when a substance undergoes a kind of change. So what's your answer? A substance is said to undergo certain changes only when energy is added to the substance or removed from the substance. Right? Now next question is your freezing of water is reversible change. Why? Because after freezing, water changes to ice, and ice is a solid form, right? But when we leave it for some time, or we heat it, then it changes into liquid water, and this is also that's why it is a reversible change. Now next is your while burning of a candle is an irreversible change. Why? Because we can reshape the wax. After burning we can reshape the wax, but we cannot get the burnt thread of the candle back, because once it burns, it changes into carbon dioxide, water and ashes left, which is not get back. Now next question is your question number second B part is your change of season is a periodic change. Why? Because seasons change periodically at regular intervals. All of you know at present which season is going on? Rainy season. After some time what's happened? After 2 months which season will come? Then autumn, then winters, then spring season will come, then your summer season will come. In this way these seasons they keep on changing periodically. While change of weather is a non-periodic change. Why? Because it does not occur periodically at regular intervals. All of you know weather can change suddenly. Abhi just now if it is sunny, after some time what's happened? It may started cloudy or it may started rainy, right? The weather can change within a seconds, within a minutes, right? So it is non-periodical. Now next is your chemical change. Chemical changes. The chemical changes, the change is permanent, and question number 3, and it produces one or more new substances by change in its composition. Now next is your question number 4. What is question number 4? If you burn a magnesium ribbon in air, it is considered a chemical change. Why? Because it is a irreversible change. Whenever a magnesium burn in air, it combined with oxygen and form magnesium oxide. So a new substance is formed, and this magnesium oxide cannot change back to magnesium. That's why it is a chemical change. So what is your answer? Because the change is irreversible. New product with new properties, magnesium oxide is formed, and it is permanent change, and energy is required to bring the change, right? Okay. Now next question is question number 5. Compare the energy changes involved during a physical and chemical changes. Now physical changes, no gain or loss of energy during physical change, but in chemical change, energy is either absorbed or evolved during the chemical change. Now in physical change, the energy required for completion of a physical change is released when the change is reversed. But in chemical change, the energy in the form of light, pressure or generally heat energy is required for a chemical change. These are the difference between physical and chemical change pertaining to the energy required. Right, now next question is your question number 6. What is it? Is the change of state of matter physical or chemical change? All of you know that when water change into liquid, water change into solid state, that is your ice, it is a physical change. When ice change into water, it is also a physical change. When water boils, it changes into gaseous state, so it is also a physical change. because what's happened, why it is a physical change? Because on reversing the condition, the original state can be attained, right? Now next is your question number 7. Conversion of liquid into a vapor or a gas is called vaporization. Conversion of a liquid into solid is called freezing, and conversion of a solid into liquid on heating is called melting. Okay, now next is your question number 8. Okay, when potassium chloride is added to water, a salt solution is obtained which is then boiled. Now what do you observe? Now state the above change is physical or chemical. So what you will say? The change is physical. Why? Because all of you know potassium chloride is just like sodium chloride. So, and sodium chloride is, what is sodium chloride? It is a common salt. When salt is dissolved in water, you get salt solution, right? And when this salt solution is boiled, all the water is evaporated, and now what is left? You again get back the same original substance, that is your salt. That's why the change is physical change, right? Now next is your what is left behind? White residue of potassium chloride is left behind. Now the change is reversible. All of you know the change is reversible, and the because the change is reversible, that's why the composition and properties of the original substance are not altered. Now last part of this question is your if in place of potassium chloride, if we take calcium carbonate, then this experiment is possible. So what you will say? No, it is not possible. When in place of potassium chloride, if we take calcium carbonate, the above experiment cannot be, what you will say, cannot be possible, as no new substance is formed, since calcium carbonate is insoluble in water, right? And even boiling will also not work, as calcium chloride is in solid form in water, right? Do the okay, do all these questions in your fair practical file, right? And in beautiful handwriting, and rest of the questions we will do in next video, right?